we can fit this stuff with the tape another time.
Yeah, definitely.
But I assume you want to listen to this, right? Because that must have been a bummer. Yeah, well, I got it.
Remember me, Chris?
What's your last name?
Boulet, B-O-U-L-E-T, from the phone interview on Sunday about 4 weeks ago.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. How's it going?
Real good.
You had a very busy day there?
Well, it's not too busy today. I went down and got some passport photos taken, and I was just in the process of transferring off the new cassette master for the re-release of the Fillmore East album.
Oh, great. I heard that I remember you saying in an interview that sounded like science fiction compared to the old version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about hearing that. Well, I know that you like to do things a little different than normal, and right now we're videotaping this phone interview.
Very good.
Would you like a copy of the videotape?
Why not?
All right, that's what I figured you'd say. Okay, so let's just get into it. I compiled a bunch of questions by Zappa fans that were different from the ones that I've heard before, or things that I couldn't answer myself. This is about 8 or 9 different people. First question is this: what happened to Ray White?
Well, I still don't know the real answer to that. He disappeared, and then here's the way it worked. We were getting ready to do the 1988 tour, and I called him up and said, "You ready to go back on the road?" He said, "Yeah." He came to a rehearsal, and he still remembered all of his tunes. We went to the rehearsal, and everything was fine. got a phone call in the middle of the night. He was staying over at Ike's house.
Uh-huh.
Somebody had broken into his house in San Francisco. And so he left that night and went back up there, and we never saw him again.
So, like, is he considered a missing person?
Well, the tail end of the story is, in the middle of the tour, we're in Europe, and Ike got a phone call from him.
All right.
He's not missing, but he never called me back, and I never found out what happened.
Well, it's really too bad he wasn't in the group, but at least I'm glad to hear that he at least notified somebody as to his existence.
Yeah, he's still alive, but other than that, I don't have any details.
Right. Okay, speaking of the 88 tour, would you care to divulge what other songs are going to be on the CD version of Broadway the Hard Way?
I don't know whether I can list them all from memory, but let's see.
Well, just, name off the ones you can remember.
There's a version of Murder by Numbers with Sting singing the lead vocal that was done at
1 year ago today.
in Chicago.
I saw that concert.
And there's the song Bacon Fat with the lyrics changed to be about voter registration.
Confinement Loaf?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And Jezebel Boy.
Which I've read the lyrics to.
And Why Don't You Like Me?
Oh, really? You're going to release that, huh?
Yep.
Oh, great. I heard that at the Chicago concert.
Yeah. And there's a real interesting version of Outside Now.
Uh-huh.
Hot version of Hot Plate Heaven at the Green Hotel.
Okay, great.
That was done in Germany.
Oh, yeah? Uh-huh.
And I think there's a couple more, but I can't remember. But I think there's a total of 8 or 9 extra tunes in the CD.
Okay, it's not going to be a double CD, though, right?
Not a single CD.
Certain people have been offended by the title Jesus Thinks You're a Jerk, and I don't know if it's right for me to say this to them, but I say that it's not necessarily calling Jesus a jerk or saying that, some really, really evil thing towards people. It's just making the statement that if you believe the things that these TV preachers say, then if Jesus were here, he would probably think you're a jerk.
Well, that's exactly the intention of the song.
Okay, yeah, right. People.
The song doesn't say Jesus is a jerk.
Right.
Jesus thinks you're a jerk.
I know. It's, you know what I'm talking about, though. People get that.
Yeah, but what this tells me is we have a big failure of the American education system to allow people to understand their own language.
True.
Good thing we have George Bush to fix it, though.
Yeah, right.
He said he was going to be the education president. I think that within a matter of moments, everybody will be able to understand the lyrics to my songs better.
Well, you don't necessarily. It's not your major concern as to whether people understand everything that's in the lyrics of your tunes, anyways, though, is it?
No, it's not. But then on the other hand, it is a major concern that the people in this country can't even speak their own language or read it.
Right.
Comprehend it. And it's that ignorance of the inability for people to deal with their own language is what gives the advertisers the edge and creates all the opportunities in this country for this army of lawyers that we got marching around gumming up the works.
Okay, on to another question here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, still speaking of Broadway the Hard Way, why did you name the album Broadway the Hard Way? I was wondering what the story behind that was.
Well, the show is organized with kind of continuity, like a stage show continuity, and that's the Broadway part.
Uh-huh.
And the hard way is the fact that instead of doing it in the Broadway theater, you're moving it around from place to place every night.
Right.
The hard way.
Yeah, it's definitely the hard way. That was a wonderful tour, by the way. I caught the last show in America in New York, in Uniondale.
That wasn't the best show that we did in the United States. I think there were many other shows in the U.S. that were better than that one. Because Ike had a cold, sore throat, so he wasn't really up to par.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the baritone sax player was ill that night, too. So
Huh.
we couldn't really give our all on stage, but...
That's a shame because, I mean, I saw you once on your birthday at the Circle Star Theater in California, where it was a total mess.
Yeah, that's when we had the big ground loop.
Exactly. But you know what? That's one of my favorite shows of yours that I was ever at. I've seen you about 12 times. That was my favorite show because you guys had to work so hard.
Well, that's one thing about the band, you know, when they're up against the wall, they will deliver.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody's sick or something is wrong doesn't mean we flake out.
Right. Oh, yeah, definitely.
They always have to put out some more effort.
It seems...
My favorite shows are the ones when everything's working good, everybody's healthy, and, you know, they're interested in playing the song, so you're not really pushing the rock up the hill, so to speak.
Yeah.
You're not struggling with adversity. The real humor of the band can come out. But those occasions are rare, because the law of averages catches up with you. Moving something that complicated around and setting it up every night, there's always a possibility of one wire is left dangling.
Yeah, totally waste things.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, do you know the release date of the video for, or not release date, but ballpark figure of release time of the video Amazing Mr. Bickford?
That's probably going to be in about 4 months, and also I made a deal with this guy in Czechoslovakia to get the U.S. video rights to an unbelievable animated film. I think the Czechoslovakian title is The Rat Man, but basically it's the legend of the Pied Piper.
Huh.
And the animation is all carved wood.
Wow.
It's an amazing piece of film. So probably
That's
released at the same time as Bickford will have a pair of animation releases.
Oh, that would be nice. Do you know how long is that piece?
An hour.
Wow. The Mr. Bickford or the Ratman? Oh, great. You know, I read in one place that you had a sequel to Lumpy Gravy coming out also.
Yeah, I can't give you the release date on that because I'm still sniffing that up.
Is it going to have computer stuff in it?
Yeah, the music in it is going to be a combination of Synclavier and some of the stuff that we did on the 88 tour that involves the Synclavier and band. And that is combined with all the missing talking parts from the original Lumpy Gravy sessions.
All right. Sounds nice. Okay. Whatever happened to the Blood on the Canvas thing you did with Eric Bogosian?
It never got released because there was a dispute that arose because his agency, there was a dispute over something called a P copyright on the tape.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just said, until that is resolved, it just stays on the shelf.
Right. So there's definitely no release date in sight on that. Do you have that?
Sure.
Oh, great. Okay. Would you consider releasing the Barcelona show on video?
They gave me a copy of the actual live tape that was made at the time we did the show.
Uh-huh.
But that tape is messed up, and so I've requested from TV3 in Barcelona that they give me another copy. And it hasn't arrived yet. When it arrives, we've already remixed, we've done a digital remix of all the audio for the show. So all I would have to do is relay the audio and then shorten it down a little bit. Yeah, I'd certainly love to release that show.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, now here's a real off-the-wall question.
I've got another show from Spain, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
That was done in Madrid in front of about 40,000 people, which also has some funny stuff in it.
40,000?
40,000 people standing in the mud.
If you'll recall, I was the guy that saw you at Bologna, Italy on 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
In fact, you may even be on a piece of videotape of that rehearsal.
Yeah, we are. I mean, my wife and I are. I'm holding up the big sign that says, Happy 206th Birthday, United States of America.
I'm sure you're on this videotape because Thomas Nordic, the guy who was the keyboard roadie on that tour, was videotaping everything, and I'll bet you're there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's neat. Well, maybe that'll come out someday, eh?
Yeah.
No, okay, here's that question. Anyways, here's another question. This is really off-the-wall question. What's the story behind the title and the cover of the album Weasels Rip My Flesh? Have you ever seen a September 1956 issue of Man's Life featuring a cover story, Weasels Rip My Flesh?
Of course, that's exactly where it comes from. It was either Saga or Man's Life. And it has a man standing in water up to his waist with weasels jumping all over his body.
On the videotape right now, we're showing that cover of that magazine.
That's where it comes from.
Great. We have that magazine.
Isn't Isn't that attractive?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Wouldn't that make you want to do an album?
Oh, yeah. Sure. It's great. I love that cover. And my friend, who's heavily into you like I am, he just happened to come across it in a bunch of his old magazines that were sitting around, and he wondered if, that's one of his questions, he wondered if that's where it came from. And he was right.
Good guess.
Yeah, it was a good guess.
There's another title that came from a magazine, too. That's Naval Aviation and Art.
Huh.
I've still got that clipping. It's from a 1940s National Geographic, I think.
Huh.
Picture of some people doing paintings of naval warfare.
That's real interesting. Now, I'll pick. I can't remember if that's what it said on the back of the Boulet's cover.
I don't think it is.
All right. Anyways, okay, here's another nice question. What are the chances that Paul Buff's old 5-track machine could be fixed so that the Cucamonga studio tapes might be rescued?
Well, there are 2-track mixes of most of the stuff in Cucamonga. So they could, in fact, be released from the original mixes.
It's a question.
2-track machine, the chances of ever putting that back together are next to none.
Okay. The attempted release of the album Lather precipitated some big trouble with Warner Brothers Records. Are there any plans to finally release this infamous non-album as a CD?
Yeah, but I think that what I'm going to do is put out a CD called Lost Episodes, which will include all the material that was in Leather and every other piece of unreleased studio material that I've organized.
Okay. Let's see. Are you considering running for president?
I've considered it a couple of times, but I'm not doing it this week.
Yeah, right. But you know what I meant. I mean 92 or 96.
Well, I've gotten a lot of requests to do it, and